بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We will continue inshallah, my dear, our lesson 3 in unit 7, flying high, level 1. Please be sure that you have your book and your pen with you. So what is it about? It is about good health, the best remedies. We will talk about some of these illness that maybe you face it in your life, and what are the things that will in the second hand. Complete the second column of the table below with symptoms from these boxes. Okay. I have, if you have one of these things, what are the symptoms? A temperature, a headache, sunburn, stomach ache, aching muscles, a sore throat, a cough, a fever, a rash, indigestion, and diarrhea. What is the meaning of each one of these? Maybe you know the temperature and headache. The symptoms are when you have a temperature, so you will be tired. When you have a headache, maybe sometimes you are sneezing. But we want to know what is the meaning of each one. This is the temperature. Headache, she has headache. And sunburn. This is for stomach ache. Do you see he is sick? And aching muscles, a sore throat. She suffers from sore throat, cough. She's coughing, and you know that if you cough, you must put something to avoid contact with others. A fever, a rash. It's something concerned with the skin. And this is a problem in your stomach, indigestion. And diarrhea. He needs to go to the bathroom. Okay. We want to know what are the symptoms. The second column, you will complete it from this box. The first thing here, we talked already about temperature. So I am tired. I have a headache. I am sneezing. I have a sunburn. I am sleepy. I have a stomach ache. I am coughing because you know it's affect my stomach. I have aching muscles. I am exhausted. I have a sore throat. I am what? What do you think? I am weak. I feel that I am not okay. I have a cough. I am dizzy. I have a fever. I am hot. I have a rash. So I am shivery. I have indigestion, so I have what? I am what? Aching. And diarrhea, the final one. So be sure from your writing in this space, I am sleepy, I am coughing a lot, I am exhausted, I am weak, I am dizzy, I am hot, I am shivery, I am aching. Now here we have another table and other illnesses, the flu, influenza, a cold, food poisoning, appendicitis, and migraine. The illness, so this is the illness, and this is here we will talk about the symptoms and about the treatment. Let's see here. The first one, we will talk about the symptoms. What about the flu or the influenza? Sneezing, headache, and fever. What about the symptoms with a cold? You will be tired, also sneezing, and there is cough. What about the food poisoning? Stomach ache, feel sick. What about appendicitis, abdominal pain, feel sick, and fever? And a migraine, headache, feel sick, dizziness. Now this is for symptoms. Again, to be sure about everything. So the flu, aching muscles, headache, fever, tired, sneezing, sore throat. What about a cold, tired, sneezing, cough? What about the food poisoning, stomach ache, feel sick? What about appendicitis, abdominal pain, feel sick, fever? What about a migraine, headache, feel sick, and dizziness? Now, we want to complete the treatment. What I must do here, what are the advice, and what I can put, what I can use? Now, take antibiotics, eat fruit and vegetables, have surgery, eat very little food, take a decongestant, drink herbal tea, drink fluids, take aspirin, rest in bed. Now, for the treatment, the flu, take aspirin, drink fluids. What about a cold? Take aspirin, drink liquids. What about the food poisoning? Drink herbal tea, rest in bed. What about appendicitis? Have surgery. What about migraine? Take aspirin, rest in bed. So again, for each one, for each illness, what do we have in the treatment? The flu, take aspirin, drink fluids, rest in bed. A cold, take aspirin, take a decongestant, drink liquids, eat fruit and vegetables. For the food poisoning, eat very little food, drink herbal tea, rest in bed. For appendicitis, have surgery. For a migraine, take aspirin, rest in bed, drink liquids. Okay, we want here, I will read the paragraph with you, then we fill the blanks with the appropriate illnesses. If you have a stomach ache and you feel sick, you may have, what do you think? You may have food poisoning. This is for the first one. Rest in bed, drink herbal tea, and don't eat very much. If the symptoms continue, see your doctor. You may need some antibiotics. The symptoms of appendicitis are often a fever and abdominal pain, especially on the right side. You might also feel sick. See a doctor immediately because you may need surgery. The flu is a virus, so antibiotics won't help. The symptoms are aching muscles, headache, fever, and sometimes sneezing. Rest in bed, drink fluids, and take aspirin. 4. A cold is similar to influenza, but usually less severe. The symptoms are usually sneezing, coughing, headache, and sometimes fever. Take aspirin and, if necessary, a decongestant. 5. A migraine is a type of headache, but there are usually other symptoms. You may feel sick and have vision problems, and you may be extremely sensitive to light and noise. If the problem is very severe or frequent, you may need to see a doctor to get some medicine. To be sure, please. So the abdominal and the severe, be sure that you have these words. For number 1, food poisoning. For number 2, appendicitis. For number 3, the flu. For number 4, a cold. For number 5, a migraine. Choose the appropriate treatment from the box below and write it in the 3rd column of the table. It's the same. Okay. What are the advice if you have any illness? Have you ever had any of these illnesses? What did you do? Or what must you do? Okay, you must what? Stay at home for at least 24 hours after your fever is gone, except to get medical care or other necessities. Your fever should be gone without the need to use a fever-reducing medicine, such as Tylenol. Until then, you should stay home from work, school, travel, shopping, social events, and public gatherings. Stay away from others as much as possible to keep from infecting them. If you must leave home, for example, to get medical care, wear a face mask if you have one, or cover coughs and sneeze with tissue. Wash your hands often to keep from spreading flu to others. This is for the illness if you have a cold or flu, but if you have something else, you can explain it and you can tell me what did you do to face this illness or to treat yourself. Then here we will talk about, I have a stomach, I might have appendicitis. You can't have appendicitis because appendicitis because you don't have a fever. It may be something you eat. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Your teacher, Region Maddah, best wishes.